Hey bestie, congrats, you're just in time for today's class. Stay hydrated. So in today's class, I am going to teach you how you can create a $10,000 per month online course, the blueprint to doing this with ease, as well as the mistakes that you're going to want to avoid. So we're going to get straight into the first and largest mistake that people make. The number one mistake that I see holding individuals back from being successful, manifesting their desires, is thinking that they need a lot of followers. You do not need a lot of followers in order to live the life of your desires. And you heard me say the word manifest. Just as a little disclaimer, if you do not believe in manifestation, then this video is not for you and I don't want to waste your time, so feel free to click out right now. However, if you do belong to the group of people who believe that energy doesn't lie and you feel that when someone enters a room, they don't even need to speak, their energy already speaks volumes, then you are in the perfect space. I am the perfect teacher, the perfect mentor to show you how to go from zero to hero. Now, coming back to the first mistake is thinking that you need a large audience, which could not be further from the truth. There are people with hundreds of thousands of followers, with millions of subscribers, who are barely able to scrape by. And there are people who have a small audience of a few dozen or a few hundreds of followers or subscribers who are doing 5 or 6 figure months. So don't let that stop you. Don't jump straight into thinking, oh my goodness, panic mode. I need to build a large audience. I need to find a lot of people who will follow me, whose attention that I can capture, because guess what that's going to lead you to doing? It's going to lead you to right now going on social media, looking at what is going viral, at what you see on your explore page, you trying to recreate it because you think that's what is going to get you views and followers, which will lead to you selling your course. You will get discouraged along the way because the people who are on the explore page have formulas, they know exactly what they're doing. Meanwhile, you are just trying to somehow get attention, you're trying to somehow grow your following list, and then you're probably going to give up before you have even truly begun. So we're going to avoid falling into that trap because it's just oh so terrible for your mental health as well. And we're going to stay high vibrational here. Okay, bestie, we are going to stay in a space where our mental sanity is preserved along this process. That is the only way that I teach you to do business and entrepreneurship and live the life of your desires. It's by living a soft life. It's by living a life that actually allows you to have fun, that actually permits you to have a life. Mistake number 2 is a very common one because you may have bumped into this yourself, thinking that you have got a talent issue on your hands, which you do not. Let me just tell you that right off the bat, thinking, well, Vanessa, I don't think I have any skill that I can monetize. Like, what is my online course even going to be on? So now that we've moved from you going into trying to build an audience to the next issue that you are just going to completely break through right off the bat, you are more talented than you're aware of. I want to tell you that right here, right now. You have far more talents than you have given yourself credit for. Just think about the things that people come to you for help for. It could be advice. It could be that they come to you for styling tips. It could be that people come to you for recipes, for cooking advice. And you have a talent, believe it or not, that is either very obvious or hidden. The obvious ones could be if you are a certified yoga teacher or nutritionist or you're a coach. Of course, that might be a no-brainer for you. You want your online course to be structured around your education. But there is perhaps a different talent that isn't even taught in schools that you know how to solve, or you're the only one who knows how to solve it in this way. You've done it a million times for free without even noticing that you could have packaged that up, turned it into an online course, and made money off of it and created revenue for yourself. So your talent issue is non-existent. You are talented, my gorgeous soul, and if you don't believe it or you're not sure where to begin, I've got a PDF downloadable attached to this video. You can find it in the description box of this video, or you can also comment the word talent in the comment section and I'll get that over to you with hundreds of ideas of the course topic that your online course can be based on. So this second issue it's not even a thing for us, because on this channel, we understand that we either have obvious or hidden talents. It's just about you becoming aware of those. Now, the third and final most common mistake that people make right at the beginning is that they do not understand their ICA. Let me just write this out. Ideal client avatar. So your ICA is your ideal client avatar, and understanding your ideal client avatar will change everything, because that will help you in order to get people to sign up to your online course with ease, because you understand who you're targeting and what their issue is, and then you will be able to speak to them in a way that they feel understood. So let me tell you how you can find your ideal client avatar. Let's say you've debunked the fact that you don't need a large following. We're not even going to start with making videos, with creating content, because you will just waste your time. Trust me, been there, done that. We have debunked the talent issue because we are talented. And with ICA, we're now coming to the point where we are turning our talent into understanding our ideal client avatar. If, for example, people always come to you for relationship advice, and you have come to the conclusion that the relationship advice that is the most valuable and that you also love giving, because we are about creating an online course that feels fun and amazing for you to do, amazing for you to engage in, because you want to build a business that you love. You might have come to the conclusion that actually your ideal client avatar is married women whose husbands have stopped talking to them and they want to avoid getting divorced. That is a niche that sells. As you can feel right now, that is a pain point. That's like, ouch, that really needs to be solved. That is $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 course topic right there. Whereas on the flip side, if people come to you for relationship advice and your course is called Relationship Advice, that is a $0 course. As harsh as it sounds, I'm sorry to say it, but you're here for the truth, right? You're here to actually get to having a successful online course. And that's where you've got to understand that the more niche, the more specific, the better. And you may think to yourself, I have so many talents, I have so many different things that I want to address. I get it, I understand, but it is so imperative that you niche down, which is the next thing that we're going to get into. So now that we've gone through the 3 most common mistakes, and we're not going to make those anymore, let's talk about one of the most important things when building a 10K per month online course, and that is to niche down. And a lot of us struggle to do this because when we don't understand our ideal client avatar, we think that we're doing ourselves a favor by speaking to a large audience instead of a very specific audience. And if you're a multi-talented person, you're someone who feels like, I'm great at so many different things. I am great at giving advice, I'm great at cooking, I'm great at my creative ventures, I'm great at writing, singing, acting. It can be really hard for you to niche down, but you have to niche down if you want this course to be a success. You have to niche down and you have to provide a solution for a very specific problem in order to speak to your ideal client. Because if not, your words will get lost in translation. And I want to reiterate again, it is far more powerful to have 100 people who really need your solution, who love what you have to offer and are actually purchasing from you, rather than connecting with 100,000 people that know your face because you provide entertainment but not value that they would pay for. 2 very different energies, 2 very different vibes, and that is also why a lot of people who are famous are not actually wealthy. They don't actually make a fraction of the amount of money that I see some very niche YouTube channels making here on the internet. It is because they are just well known, but people wouldn't actually pay for what they have to offer because they don't have a specific niche. They're just famous in general. So what you're going to want to do is niche down. Going from relationship advice to relationship advice for women between the ages of 30 and 45 whose husbands have stopped communicating with them and would like to save their marriage now. You see how powerful that is? You specified who the target audience is by age, by gender, who they identify as. You specified the issue that they're having and whom they're having that issue with. In this case, it's their husbands. And then what you also went on to do was to say that they want to solve this issue now in order to avoid what? Divorce, which is extremely painful, a very, very deep pain point that will get people to want to buy your online course immediately, and that will allow you to get high ticket sales, because not only are you very specific, so that particular person will know that it is exactly for them, and your online course speaks exactly about their issue, which will give them the confidence that you can help them solve their problem. Getting from 0 sales to $10,000 per month in sales is far easier than you may think that it is, as soon as you've understood the principles of niching down and understanding your ideal client avatar, so you can speak precisely and specifically to that client. When you speak exactly to that client, you do not need, for $10,000 per month, for example, 100 sales at $100. You don't need that. You can now focus on just making 2 sales, getting 2 new clients, which is 50 times less than 100 sales at $100, which I promise you, those sales are a lot harder to make than when you're very specific, you're targeting your niche, and then you can also charge a premium. And when you do that, you can focus on the outline of your course actually providing the solution that they seek. Because what we also want to do is focus on the fact that in order to be able to solve a problem, you have to be able to, even in your course, design a very specific curriculum. And you will be able to design the perfect course curriculum once you've niched down, because not only do your clients and potential customers have clarity, but you do as well. So see how we're doing all of this before we're even thinking of content creation. We're doing all this before we are even considering putting out our first YouTube video, creating Instagram Reels, doing anything on social media, or trying to attract attention. We're doing all of this work ahead of time so that when we do put ourselves out there, we are targeting the right audience and we know whom we're even speaking to. So it's really important that you come to the process of niching down. And once you've been able to find your niche, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to speak to your ICA. Speak to your ICA. Speak to your ideal client avatar. So literally, book in some calls with either people that you know, or if you already have a social media page, a YouTube, even if you only have a handful of followers. Again, this is not about how many followers that you have. Speak to your ICA by allowing them to book some free calls with you. And I know you may think to yourself, Vanessa, I'm trying to make 10K per month with my online course. What the hell? Like, why should I be booking in free calls? That's the opposite of what I want to do. Hear me out. This strategy will not only help you to get to those 10K months with ease and very quickly, but it will also make sure that you can sustain this and grow this. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to talk to your ideal client avatar by sitting down with them and asking them what their biggest issues, pain points, and concerns are. Because that will give you the blueprint of the outline of your course, what course modules will be extremely important for you to include, and what you may have perhaps thought that you want to make part of the course that people actually don't even need. So not only are you creating clarity for yourself and for the outline of your course structure, but look at what you're going to do next. You've got their email address, you've got their contact details, right? You've got their name, you've spoken to them, and you have a personal connection with them. You've listened to them, you've heard out their concerns, and yeah, you've done this for free. But guess what my client Sarah did with this? She did this exact blueprint. She took this exact method that I gave her. She paired it with a few of my manifestation formulas that I teach as well. And then what she did is she built her online course with the energy of success, with the energy of, I have something of value to provide. She believed that, she achieved that, and what she then did is she went back to those ideal client avatars that she spoke to when she was still in the building phase of her online course. And by the way, she does 5x the 10K every single month now. She then went back to those initial people that she had the free calls with, and she said to them, hey, guess what? Are you still interested in solving that problem of yours? And guess what? In Sarah's case, 80% of the people had the exact same issue still. They had plateaued on their weight loss journey, and they didn't know how to get to the next level of losing weight, of building muscle, of toning up. So 80% of them, they didn't find a solution. They didn't find a trainer. They didn't change their diet. They didn't get any other program. This was a couple months later. So Sarah reached back out to them and said to them, hey, guess what? I actually have a solution for that issue we were speaking of. I actually built something to solve that problem. Do you still want it? Do you still want to solve it? And do you want to solve it with me? And guess what? Because they already had the trust in Sarah, because they felt heard and understood, because they understood that Sarah did those initial calls for free to learn more about her ideal client avatar, because she actually truly deeply cares about delivering a course that works. She actually cares about delivering something that provides value to her clients. Literally 50% of people then went on to immediately buy her program. So you thought that you're doing the work for free, but no work is ever done for free. And that is the law of reciprocity. I want you to understand, in manifestation, you may do work today that is not going to show you some sort of monetary reward or outcome, but months or years down the line, that could be exactly the work that propels you to 10xing your business, whereas someone else who was too lazy to learn to put in that work is never going to get those results. So never feel as though any work or learning or actually digging deep into the trenches is in vain or was just done for free. Nothing is ever free. It may seem like it's free in the moment, but actually you're just training yourself, you're just setting yourself up to be part of that 0.001% in your niche. So never forget that. Speak to your ideal client avatar. And then once you've done that, that will give you such a different outlook on how to design your course and what should be in that course. And remember, my gorgeous soul, if you're still confused about what your course topic should even be on, I've got a free downloadable in the description box, so feel free to download that. Feel free to comment talent in the comment section of this video, and I will send you the link so you can download that for inspiration and get started on building your successful online course. So moving a little more deeply into this, what you're then going to do, your third and final point in this preparation, is that you're going to make sure that you're starting off building a course structure that actually works. And what I mean by a course structure that actually works, I'll just write it down, a structure that works, is that there are 3 outdated common ways in which you can build an online course that I guarantee you will burn you out, and I guarantee you are very difficult to sustain. Structure number 1 is to take one-on-one coaching calls. Avoid that at all costs if you can. I understand if you need money desperately and that's the only way you can do it because you're really great at what you do. That's amazing. Congratulations for being awesome at your craft, but you're going to want to transition away from that. And the reason why is very simple. Time is limited. You know how a lot of people say time is money? I don't believe that. Actually, time is more valuable than money. Because guess what? If I were to say, hey, who wants to win $1 million right here, right now, today? Who wants that for free? Everybody in the room would be like, yeah, sure, of course I want that. How can I get it? If I then specify that in order to have that $1 million, the contingency is that your life ends tomorrow, all of a sudden, who's taking the $1 million? Nobody. And that is because time is far more valuable than money. And that's also because most of us understand that we have the ability to make more than $1 million and that our time is our most valuable asset. So you're going to want to make sure that you build a structure that works by not continuing to sell your time for money. And I'm going to teach you exactly how. So that's the first outdated structure, though. I want to talk to you about the other outdated structures that don't work in the long term so that you can can create the one that does work, which is kind of like a hybrid. So the next structure that does not work is just creating an online course that is extremely high ticket. So I mean anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 for that online course, and basically just selling it to your clients and then leaving it right there. Why I'm saying that this will not work is because you will be chasing new leads and new clients forever. Every single month, the clock resets to zero. Your business accounts are back at $0, and you have to somehow get new clients in every single month. And whether you are selling a more high-ticket online course, for example, one for $2,500, you would need 4 sales per month, which you can definitely do when you niche down and you're speaking to your ideal client avatar, or you're selling an online course that costs $100 and you're going to look to get 100 sales per month. It doesn't matter what the scenario is. Truth of the matter is that if you have to start at zero every single month, you're going to be stressed. You're going to ask yourself where your new customers are going to come from, and the existing customers are not going to be as pleased and as happy as they could be, because they, of course, want the solution which you have created in form of your online course, but chances are they have questions, they need more value, they need a sense of community and care, especially if they have spent a larger amount of money on the solution that you have offered. And the third and outdated way that you want to avoid when structuring your online course in order for it to be successful and to also create financial stability and freedom for you so you can focus on providing value for your clients and doing what you love most is hosting your online course on an unsuitable platform. And the platforms that I'm about to share with you, there's nothing wrong with them. There is a specific demographic and audience that works perfectly with these platforms, but I don't recommend them for you because I know that you want to make more than $10,000 per month with your online course, and I know that in order to get there, platforms such as Patreon, platforms such as Instagram subscribers, YouTube subscribers and members, all of that is not going to get you there. I know that from my own personal experience with my first channel, my larger channel, where I've got over 500,000 subscribers. I have a large following on Instagram, well, large to me, having over 40,000 people on there. It does not work, and it's very hard to sell a high-ticket offer or to really display how much value is in the course that you've got on these platforms. So avoid them at all costs. It may seem like it's easy, it's simple, and it will get you to your desired outcome, but it will not. And also these platforms take a large cut of your revenue, and that too will chew into your profits. So competition is stiff on those platforms because there are people who are in the hamster wheel of working themselves to the bone in order to just make a couple dollars. What you want to learn is to increase your dollars per minute of content produced. Your dollars per piece of content that your clients receive needs to be far higher than on those platforms. The platform that I recommend that I am currently using is Kajabi. Why it is so amazing is because you can create a course structure that actually works, actually gives you peace of mind, and actually gets you to 5, 6, 7 figures per month with your digital products. I will explain to you why in just a second. And no, this isn't sponsored. I have used other platforms before. I have used Thinkific, for example, which was great to start out my tarot reading online course with. That was 3 or 4 years ago. I have also used Shopify for my physical products and some of my digital products, but I have found that Kajabi has worked best for me. This is not sponsored at all, but what I will provide you with is my link in the description box if you want to try out Kajabi. If you want to create and host your first online course, I recommend you go straight to Kajabi. You can use my link, which means that you will get perks. I will get an affiliate commission. It is a win-win situation. You can create your course on there as well as communities and so on and so forth. So the winning structure that you are going to want to focus on when creating your 10K per month online course is to unify different emotions, because as human beings, we are emotional creatures, right? If you're Cancer, then you completely understand what I mean. So what you're going to want to focus on creating in order to have your 10K per month online course is to create a sense of community and value. Now, how do you do this within your online course? By literally having a community aspect in your online course, members can engage with you and other members. They can share their progress, which fosters a sense of community. And the value would be your online course. It would be offering live webinars, for example, that I would recommend you do in a group setting. I do that in Psychic CEO as well. I've got different levels and different tiers, and these different levels, I provide online coaching and webinar meetings, so you can ask me questions and answers. Why I do this is because you have your entire value within the course. You have your community section, but you also have that feeling of seeing the other members, seeing me, engaging with one another, and going really deep on topics that can change your business and change your mindset forever, that will cause what? Transformation. And that's what we've got right here. This little portion here, this intersectionality, I'll just write it down. That is where transformation takes place. Transformation. So your transformation happens in the intersectionality of community and value, and that's what you want to make sure is the outcome of any of your online courses or online memberships. I focus on transformation, and I offer it at every single price point because I believe that everyone deserves to have this sense of community, of having people to uplift them, to push them. Just imagine how valuable it is for one of your members, for one of your students in your course who doesn't have anyone, no family member, no partner, no one telling them that they can actually accomplish their dreams and their goals. Meanwhile, they have a community that's pushing them forward. They have the value in the sense of your course curriculum attached to this, which you can all do in Kajabi with ease without being a web designer. And you can also offer live calls. You can also engage with them in Q&As. So they've got the full package, and that is the only way that transformation can take place, which is when energetically, which is when mentally we truly believe that we can. We truly believe that we have become that which we desire to be, because the only way that you can become more is if you believe that you already are more. And that is where manifestation techniques come into place, which I teach all of my students in Psychic CEO, because knowing this is great, but on top of that, using manifestation, using the power of your mind, having this community, having these intimate one-on-one calls where I teach you exactly how to get more sales, how to build your business, how to author your own books, build a thriving channel that still converts way higher than you ever expected. That is the secret sauce. That is the recipe for transformation, because guess what? When you're able to provide transformation for the people taking your online course and in your online community, they will rave about it, they will get their friends into it, they will tell everyone about it. And getting their friends into it, little side note, you can offer affiliate links. I offer affiliate links for my Psychic CEOs, which means that if they're in my Psychic CEO program, they can use their affiliate link, sign up 2 people, and boom. They are making passive income every single month. And I am also making more income because I did not need to find those people. My clients, my ideal client avatar is someone who transforms in this space, who loves this space, who sees the value in this space, and also has friends and family who are also my ideal client avatar, because usually birds of a feather truly do flock together. When you have these structures in place, you will exceed your 10K per month. That is just on a side note, another little pro trick from me that is a win-win-win. It's a win for your customer, for the person experiencing the transformation, because they love the space so much that they want to tell their friends. It's a win for their friends because their friends will experience the same transformation, and now they'll have something to bond over. And it's a win for you as a course creator, because now you have just made a sale without having to make a sale. So this is how how you create a kick-ass online course. You have the value, you've got the community, and you also have the transformation that takes place that you absolutely need in order for people to buy from you again, in order for your clients to be raving testimonials, to love what you do, in order for them to book VIP sessions with you. Perhaps you've got a VIP mastermind, perhaps you've got a similar structure like I do. I have, for example, my Desert Goddess Wealth Circle retreat, where I teach you how to make monthly recurring revenue, which, funny enough, that is a course that you pay for one time, but you will learn how to make monthly recurring revenue from this course forever. And then I have Psychic CEO, which is my monthly subscription where I generate monthly recurring revenue, because Psychic CEO has all of my masterclasses. If I were to sell it as a single product, I could easily charge 5 figures for it without even blinking an eye. I teach you how to self-publish your decks. I teach you how to sell your products online. All of my manifestation techniques that catapult you into a different stratosphere, because I've tried them, I've tested them, I've proven them. I've come up with these manifestation techniques by myself, like the self-agency concept, like your self-concept pyramid, like the CMF method. We're literally just actually doing a challenge in the community where I have challenged you to practice the CMF manifestation method every single day. We're posting videos, updates within the community, which is called the Society of Empresses. We're posting all of that in there, so it fosters a sense of belonging, and everyone can't wait for the monthly live calls that I do within the monthly subscription. And why I can charge at a monthly fee is because I leave it open to my clients to either be in that space for a couple months if they only want to learn some manifestation techniques and leave and cancel anytime, sure. But because I'm so confident that everyone who is a Psychic CEO will feel seen, will want to grow as I grow. So it's not a one-time course where I just sell something literally one time and then it's done, and that's the content that you get even if it's 5 years old. No, Psychic CEO continues to grow as I grow, as my techniques grow, as my knowledge grows. And most of my Psychic CEOs are lifers, because I have unified these different aspects, and what I do is I create transformation. And they say to me, even just one of the live coaching calls is worth 10x of the membership they pay every single month. They would go to therapy for $250 per hour, which some of them still do. And obviously I encourage anyone who needs therapy to go to therapy, but they often make that comparison and say the coaching that I get from you at the Psychic CEO membership price, it's a fraction of that, it's less than that. But I feel elated for literally weeks later, and I can't wait for the next call. It holds me accountable, and it's been the best investment. And it's cheaper than therapy, cheaper than one-on-one coaching with another person. And I get access to the community. I get access to the entire curriculum, to all of your master classes. The value that you then provide is insane. And literally, if you've got 1,000 members at $100 per month, that's $100,000 per month. You only need 100 members, only 100 members at $100 per month to make 10K months. And why I'm saying only in air quotes is because for some of you that might seem like a lot, but when you're targeting very specific people and you're solving a specific problem, you can charge differently as well. You can implement different structures, and these will grow and change over time. You may have an online course that costs, say, $2,000 for this very in-depth course. This may be a course on video editing, on graphic design, on copywriting, whatever your course is about. If you sell 5 of those per month, you're at $10,000 per month already. And then if you actually sell to those clients and customers the add-on that is $100 or $150 every single month to have this community, to have their course curriculum, to have calls with you, all of a sudden that is an additional times 5, $750 per month if you sell 5 people every single month. Now let's say those 5 people, they stay with you for the entire year, and every single month of the year you get an additional 5 people at $750 per month into your space. And they're creating monthly recurring revenue, right? Because they're staying within this course community. Open my calculator here, 750 So I always switch off my phone when I'm filming content, so I'm just using the calculator on my laptop. 750 times 12, $9,000. So literally at the end of 12 months, that is an extra $9,000 of recurring revenue every single month, just like that. On top of the 10K you're already making every single month, so that is $19,000 recurring every single month. All you need is 5 clients per month out of the billions of people on planet Earth. And currently on YouTube, which is one of the largest search engines, there are over 3 billion searches every single month. Surely, of those 3 billion searches every single month, you will have some people that are viewing your videos. We're still gonna get into the content creation. Notice how we haven't even gotten into that yet. We're still strategizing. We are still building the structure of how you will get to your 10K months, because let me tell you, the essence is in the preparation, not in the execution of just making random content. So of those 3 billion people who are on YouTube every single month, coming back to the 3 billion people that use YouTube as a search engine every single month, surely you can generate 5 clients from 3 billion searches. And now that we've gone through all of this building, all of this rewiring of your thoughts, your brains, your beliefs, now is when you get to build content. So you see how much more thought out that this process is than you probably expected. It's not about going straight into building content or feeling like you need to find followers. Literally, there is no point in being in the YouTube algorithm hamster wheel of trying to create content to appease to the algorithm, when all you need to do is create niche content to appease your ideal client avatar. How do you do this? You remember your niche and you forget about numbers. It doesn't matter how many subscribers that you have. It is a great ego boost. Of course, it's amazing to have a channel where I sport over 500,000 subscribers. It's amazing that the Psychic CEO channel already has a lot of subscribers as well. But what actually matters is that you're speaking to people who are listening and who are in your niche, who are your ideal target audience. Because when you speak to people who believe that you have the solution to their issue, those are the only type of people who will buy your product. Everyone else is just a viewer. And if you have to rely on YouTube AdSense as well as sponsorships in order to pay your bills every single month, you are going to be burnt out before you can even say the word burnt out. Again, believe me, I've done it all, I've experienced it all, and I have a ton of people who I mentor who are just stepping out of the hamster wheel of either content creation, being a coach that is constantly trading their time for money, or out of a 9-to-5 that is burning them out. And this, my gorgeous soul, this is going to get you to a structure where you actually love your life and you love what you do. And that type of energy, that type of vibe is going to also give your customers the transformation and the results that they want to pay you for. So be very niche and specific when you are creating, and pick literally one platform. Don't try to create on all. Don't try to cross-post on all. And I 100% recommend that you create content on YouTube, long-form content or podcasts. Those are the most highly converting platforms where you can retain viewers' attention for a prolonged amount of time, because people come to YouTube to learn. They come to figure something out that they don't know yet. They come to find experts in the fields that they want to learn more about. People scroll Instagram, TikTok for fun, for quick dopamine hits. How many times have you scrolled Instagram or TikTok, even if it was someone who explained a very important concept to you? It's not the same bonding as you will have with someone on YouTube or whose podcast that you listen to. Studies show that you need at least 6 to 7 hours of uninterrupted contact with a person, listening to their podcast, watching their YouTube video, before you actually feel confident enough to purchase from them. So even looking at how many videos you've produced once you have found your niche, like how to mow your lawn in summer in a way that gives you a perfectly manicured lawn. That is a niche, and trust me, you can make money off of everything. I've seen it, I've done it with my clients, I've done it with my psychic CEOs. The lawn example is not a joke. All right, this is a multi-million-dollar lawn mowing business now. But anyways, coming back to the how-to and being very niche specific. So once you have done that, you then should generate a lot of value in your content to the point that you think to yourself, what? I'm giving this away for free? This content is so insanely valuable, I should be charging for it. If you don't feel that way about the content that you are creating for your audience for free, either on YouTube or in form of a podcast, but I recommend YouTube because then people also get to see you, they get to vibe with you, they get to get a sense for who you are. If you don't feel like your content is too good to be giving away for free, you're not doing it right. If it is not so amazing that you almost ask yourself what else you're going to teach them, you are not doing it right. Because trust me, what they're paying for is proximity, is the ability to be in a closed space with you and other like-minded people, and to get even more niche down content from you on how they can get to their desires from you. And if you don't put out the value, if you don't show what you're capable of, if you don't display the care, the attention to detail that you put into your course, if you don't show that anywhere, how is anyone supposed to know? And that's an issue that I struggled with for a really long time until I had one of my mentors give me so much clarity on this. And they said to me, Vanessa, I've seen your courses. I've seen Psychic CEO, which by the way is still wildly underpriced, and it's fine because I am still building, I'm still perfecting, and I want every single person to have the ability to transform, to go through the transformation. I want every single person to at least have the ability to transform. So if you can afford to go for dinner, you can afford to join Psychic CEO. And coming back to what my mentor said to me, she said that, Vanessa, there's no point in having the most epic, beautiful online course and the most amazing app that you've connected to this, to having this beautiful community all hidden behind the paywall without anyone even seeing what it would be like, without anyone even understanding what you're offering. So make your content and your value as high as possible on the highest level, highest tier that you can, and put it out for free, because then people will seamlessly and in a very fluid way want to transition to becoming your members, your customers, and your clients, because they already know you, they already understand the value, the effort, the care, the love you put into everything, and that will make them want even more of it, because they will think to themselves, man, if she's already providing all of this value for free, imagine what kind of transformation I'm going to get if I actually pay this woman, if I actually join her community, if I'm actually in the energetic frequency of other successful people and her, and I get direct access to her. That is one of the most important pieces of information that I got from my mentor on how I successfully scaled my online business to my first $10,000 a month, and how I've grown it way beyond that as well. Provide value up front and put your best content out there, even if it feels illegal, that it's a free masterclass that you're putting out, basically. Just like this video right here, you could literally charge hundreds, if not thousands, for the value that you're receiving here in this masterclass, but I'm putting it out for free because I want you to have this information, because I know that the right people will feel drawn to continue to work with me. So I don't need to charge for every little thing. I don't need to put up a paywall. There are two really important aspects to building your $10,000 per month online course business that I still need you to know about, because we cannot end this class without you knowing this, because these are really, really crucial points. So I'm just writing them down for you. Build your mailing list, and then nurture your leads. All right, so you have a very specific niche that you are operating in, that you're creating videos and content on. You've got a target audience. Even if it's small, your target audience cannot wait for you to drop your online course. They can't wait to pay you because they already love what you're offering for free. They can only imagine the transformation they're going to get if they pay you. But what you're going to want to do to even stay in touch with your ideal customers is to build your mailing list. How you do this is by, for example, offering a free PDF downloadable. Notice how I did this in this video? Yeah, my free PDF downloadable makes sure that I can nurture you as a potential lead. You wanted the free PDF downloadable. You vibed with the way that I teach things. You vibed with the way that I unify entrepreneurship with manifestation, which is also why you wanted to get the free PDF downloadable, because it's also going to assist you in what is essentially make or break for your online course being successful, which is the niche that you're picking and how niche down that you are. So the most fantastic way for you to build your mailing list, and I have been building my mailing list for years. I think I started 4 or 5 years ago with these free PDF downloadables. You can easily integrate them into Kajabi as well, which is why I recommend this platform so much. I did it on Shopify before, but it was a little more tricky to maneuver. So if you're not a huge tech person and you're better at teaching and communicating with people and being in the energy of other people, I really recommend that you use my link. It's in the description box, and use Kajabi to build your first online course. So having a free PDF downloadable or some sort of free webinar that people can join is a great way for you to build your mailing list and make sure that the leads that you have on your mailing list are people who are already interested in what you have to offer and already vibe with you, because otherwise they would not have given you their email address. Like, duh, obviously if you're getting the free PDF or the free webinar or whatever it is that you're getting for free and you put in your email, obviously, if you tick the box to be open to receiving any types of emails from that person in the future, you will most likely receive them nurturing their leads, which is what you are going to do, because the thing is, you are not trying to convince or persuade someone to buy from you. That is one of the biggest selling mistakes that people make who want others to buy their online course or join their membership. You do not need to convince anyone of anything. They're on your mailing list because they already have the issue to which you have the solution. You simply need to demonstrate to them by nurturing them as a lead how you will get them their desired transformation and how you are the person who is going to have the expertise to get them there quickly and easily. Of course, everybody knows that, for example, losing weight or building an online course, it takes time, it takes consistency, it takes effort and dedication and changes to how you work or your lifestyle. It doesn't matter what the topic is. If you want to accomplish anything that has any type of long-lasting value, you know there is a specific amount of work that will at least have to go in order for you to be successful. That's normal. We all know that. But people don't want to be sold, oh, cut down on all refined sugars, never have fries again, and you will then in 5 weeks have your dream body. Nobody would purchase that. However, if you say 5 weeks and 5 steps to your dream body, easy, fun, and breezy, all of a sudden it becomes interesting. All of a sudden it's like you're telling them where we're going, but you're not telling them the how. And that is one of my most favorite phrases, because it also just holds so much value that I got from my mentor. Tell them the wow, not the how. The how is what they're buying from you. The wow is the selling point. So the wow being the transformation, the wow being you communicating to them how, wow, they will have this $10,000 per month online course. If they take your course on how to build an online course, wow, they will have their very own book in their hands, and they will be able to smell it. You know that new book smell? They will be able to smell the scent of their book being fresh, newly printed, hold it in their hands, and be able to sell it all across the globe. Giving them the wow, showing them where they could be, and then saying to them, okay, you want the wow? Here is the how. Here is how you get there. And that is the solution that you're presenting. That is your course, that is your membership, that is you offering your package. Once you have gone through this blueprint that I have just taught you, and you've done all of the necessary preparations, and then you end up being on YouTube, even if your video gets a couple dozen views, 100 views, it doesn't matter. If those 100 views are 100 qualified people who are looking to solve that very specific problem to which you have the solution, those will turn into buyers. Those are the people who will turn into your customers. Those are the people who I want you to focus on speaking to. You can have a channel where you chase clout if you feel like, but if you really want to scale your business, if you really want to provide value to a niche audience that actually values you and your work, focus on speaking to your target audience, to your ICA, your ideal client avatar, rather than trying to be someone for everyone. Because remember, if you try to be someone for everyone, you essentially are for no one. I hope that this class exceeded your expectations and was insanely valuable in teaching you how to go from 0 followers and $0 to your $10,000 per month online course. If it was insanely valuable, rather than subscribing or liking the video, send this to someone who you know is building their own online course as well and is going to learn so many new things through this video and is going to come back thanking you once you are sipping martinis in their penthouse that they purchased through their online course sales. Thanks to you sending them this video and getting them started the right way on their journey. Don't forget, all of the relevant links that I mentioned in this video are in the description box. I'm sending you so much love from Zurich, Switzerland. Ich liebe euch, ihr seid die allerbesten. And I'll speak to you in an upcoming piece of content.